Hello and welcome to Why Such a Fast podcast. Just to remind everybody that the aim of this podcast is to generate awareness among business owners and individuals on all things data protection related, wider disciplines and business issues. Today, we're joined once again by Annie McNeely. Hello, Annie. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much for having me again.
Oh, you're welcome. It's our pleasure. So Annie is an ISO 9001 practitioner, and today's topic is quality. So I wondered, what is quality? Okay, because quality can be quite subjective and can mean different things to different people. So I thought, okay, let's see what Google says about it. So Google says, quality can be defined as fitness for use, customer satisfaction, doing things around the first time, or zero defects. Interesting, because the last two are from Lean Six Sigma.
Yeah.
Webster Dictionary defines quality as a degree of excellence and superiority in kind. So then I went on to the Oxford Online Dictionary just to see, and that defines it as the standard of something when it is compared to other things like it, how good or bad something is. So, Annie, how does ISO define quality?
Well, essentially, when we talk about quality in the context of ISO 9001, what we're really talking about is providing the best possible service or product or experience for customers at all times. Essentially, that's what we're aiming for. And last time we spoke, we were talking about continuous improvement, and I would sort of bolt on to that. What you want to be doing if you're really effective with your ISO system is continuously improving that experience, service, or product for your customers, so that it's getting better and better and better, and you're always exceeding their expectations. But yeah, it's the best you can do in your business at all times, essentially.
Yeah. I mean, for me, it's about meeting customer expectations. It's about delivering a product or service to time. So in other words, not being late, to specification, but also to cost. And it's also, for me, is going a little bit the extra mile and provide value add. For me, value add is key to quality. So it has to add value. Yeah. So it's about striving for excellence or to be better or do better.
Yeah.
So so for example, I don't tend to work with businesses that just think of GDPR as a tick in the box exercise. We have the policies, we have the cybersecurity, we're done. That's the kind of customer I want to work with. I only work with businesses that are truly committed to embrace data protection, where I know I can add value. And as a result, they end up with a high-performing culture and business growth, which is also something we touched in our previous podcast on continuous improvement. It's about improving that quality that you just mentioned, and it's about achieving that high-performing culture.
Yeah, and I take a very similar approach with my customers. There are lots and lots of companies, and it's understandable. What they're focused on is getting the certification, because that opens doors. But often that's to the detriment of the system itself and the efficacy of the system in that business. I like to work with companies that believe in the system, and the certification is almost a bonus. The system should be a real, live, active thing, which is part of the day-to-day and really contributing to the quality of that business's outputs, and therefore the growth of that business and the success of that business. So I'm the same. I won't work with companies that just want to tick the box and get on with everything the way they used to,
Yeah, and it's easy to think about quality as something tangible. Just think of Apple. Their products are much more superior compared to others because they strive for quality, but not just, they make sure that that's part of the innovation, quality is part of it. which is in the look of it, in the sleekness of it, in all the features and function, so that it's a clear example of a quality product. But also quality service can also be, where your customer service, like you say, it's optimum.
Yeah.
And so John Lewis, I think they come top when it comes to customer service.
Yeah.
The ethos, it's all about the customer. And
they're known for that.
Yeah.
There's a whole element of, and it happens early on in the system implementation phase. There's a whole element of ISO 9001, which is about understanding the needs and expectations of, they call them interested parties. And of course, within interested parties, top of the list will be your customers. The idea being that you can't you can't keep your customers happy and exceed and delight them every time if you don't know what it is they want as a baseline. But of course, what you're aiming for, and this is what Apple are really good at, is going beyond just the basic what they have communicated to you. It's adding that value, or adding features, adding services, adding support, whatever it is you add into that mix to go beyond what those customers want as a baseline.
Yes.
And if you can continuously do that, and that requires continuous improvement, feeds into that, you have to be continuously improving in order to achieve that, then you can truly say that you are managing your quality effectively.
Yes. Annie, thank you ever so much again for joining us. Can you let our audience know how they can reach you should they have any further questions?
Absolutely. So I can be found on LinkedIn, just under my name, Annie McNeely. My web address is www.anniemcneely.co.uk. And if you Google me, you will be able to find me.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Annie. And if you would like to know more about GDPR and how it can set your business apart from your competitors, please get in touch. We can be reached at info@cvgsolutions.co.uk. Alternatively, on social media, we are on LinkedIn, Facebook, and Instagram. Just search for CVG Solutions, or through our website, cvgsolutions.co.uk. Thank you for listening, and hope to see you all in the next episode.